Welcome back to Round the World. It's been raining here on the East Coast all week. I'd love to get away to somewhere warm and dry. And well, my next guest happened to have just returned from the driest place on earth. Nathan Sims, welcome to Round the World. Thanks, Lynn. It's good to be here, and believe me, I've been enjoying the rain this week. I'm sure. So tell me, Nathan, where's the driest place in the world? Africa? Siberia? No and no. I'll give you another guess. Well, it has to be a desert. It has to be a desert, right? A hot, dry place with very little rain. So where's the driest desert? Well, Lynn, the driest place in the world is in South America, the country of Chile, in fact. Really? Is there a desert in Chile? Yes, there is. It's called Atacama Desert. It's, it's in the north of Chile and stretches between the coast and the Andes Mountains. The Atacama? That's probably new to most of listeners. Can you spell it for us? Certainly, it's Atacama. Atacama. So, how dry is the driest place on earth? Well, Lynn, it almost never rains there. Officially, the driest place is the very center of the desert. At the center of the desert, there are a few millimeters of rain per decade. That is, a few drops of rain every 10 years. How interesting. It is possible for anyone to live there? Oh no, in fact, almost nothing lives there. No plants, no animals, no people. Maybe there are some really tiny living creatures in the soil, but scientists haven't found any yet. In fact, I didn't actually go to the very center of the desert. It's very difficult to reach. The temperatures make it very dangerous. So, where do people live in the Atacama Desert? Well, remember that Atacama Desert reaches to the sea. There are towns along the coast and about 1 million people live in them. 1 million? That's right. It's an amazing place. I visited a few small towns and villages and the people were very friendly. How do they survive without water? Well, they do have some water. There are some water sources or water trucks bringing more water from outside the region. And of course, the people in Atacama have become really good at saving water because there isn't much of it around. They have learned a way to make water out of fog. Water out of fog? How is that done? Well, it's very clever. Think about the fishing net. You know how to catch fish, but a very fine net with very small holes between the threads. Well, they put up very large nets and the fork touches the nets. Water forms. The people then collect the water. They can do this every morning near the coast because there's almost always morning fog. Is that a Chilean invention, a traditional skill? No, actually the idea came from Canada. The Canadian government saved money to set up the first fork catching project in the 1990s. It's an amazing idea, simple but effective. Absolutely. They use the water from growing plants for washing clothes and even for taking showers. They must have to collect a lot of water. Well, in one village, the fork catchers produced 1,000 liters of water a day. How much? 1,000 liters. Wow, that's a lot of water. Not really. According to the United Nations, the minimum amount of water per person needs is 50 liters a day. That is, to live comfortably, you need to access about 50 liters of water. So those 10,000 liters can only support 200 people. Well, Nathan, thanks so much for joining us to share these fascinating stories. Next week,